We are going to begin the practice in supported Vajrasana. So you can go ahead and use a blanket or a folded towel to support your knees and a block under the hips just to add a little bit more support. So you can go ahead and sit on your shins. And once you are seated, place your hands on top of your thighs and close the eyes. Soften the shoulders and soften the muscles of your face. Begin to notice the breath. So notice the inhales and notice your exhales. Just being mindful of how you are breathing before you begin your day. Because how we breathe can say a lot about how we feel. Just a couple of more breaths here. Turning our awareness inside. It's also important to know that we're not trying to change the breath at all. We're simply observing it. And then go ahead and take your arms out by the sides and then reach them up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. And now think of something that you are grateful for today. Something that you are grateful for in this very moment. And then hold that image in your mind. And then start to make your way into tabletop hands and knees. You can keep your blanket there. We are going to use it for the next flow. Plug the palms into the ground, and as you inhale, lift the chest for cow pose. And as you exhale, push the ground round the upper back, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the chest for cow. And then as you exhale, press back towards child's pose. As you inhale, come up to stand on the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale back to child's pose. As you breathe in and come back to cow pose, inhale. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine, push the crown. Again, inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, up to stand on the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, bow in gratitude. Sit back on the heels. Inhale for cow pose, lift the chest. Exhale for cat pose, round the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Inhale, stand on the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, bow into child's pose. Inhale, curl up to hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, push the ground. Inhale for cow pose, lift the chest. Exhale, press to child's pose. And again, inhale, stand on the knees, reach the arms. Exhale, bow in gratitude. Inhale, come up to hands and knees, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine, push the ground. And now start to walk your hands forward and now lift the knees. Lift your hips and come to downward facing dog. And just begin to explore the body here. You can keep the knees bent or legs straight. You can keep the heels high. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Maybe pedal out through your feet. Just move in with the breath and explore in the body. Draw the navel in and keep the legs active, even if you have the knees bent. Now, as you breathe in, come to a plank pose, upward push-up. Another variation here is that you can lower the knees to the floor and hold. So knees either down or up. Just choose whatever version serves you best. As you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Now we're going to move with the breath like that. Come forward to plank pose on the inhale. And then press back to down dog on the exhale. And breathe here, take a breath. And then when you're ready, come forward to plank pose again. And then as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Now start to walk your feet forward to meet your hands. And when you get there, let the upper body hang over the legs. You can grab opposite elbows and sway your body from side to side. Relax the arms. And then slowly start to make your way up to stand. So the head is the very last thing to come up. And then stand in your mountain pose, feel in the body. And then see if you can think of something else that you are grateful for today. See if you can hold that image in your mind. Notice the feeling that comes up as you hold the visual. And then as you inhale, lift the arms all the way up and over. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Come up halfway, lengthen your spine, breathe in. As you exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. As you inhale, come right back up, lift the arms up and over. Exhale, hands back at the heart. Again, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. See if you can finish the exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, come right back up, lift the arms. Exhale, hands back to the heart. One more like this. Breathe in, lift the arms up. And then breathe out, fold forward. Halfway up, inhale. And fold as you exhale. Come right back up, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Moving with the full Surya Ace, you can get your blanket out of the way here. Okay, so top of your mat. Inhale, lift the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Halfway up, inhale. Bend the knees, plant your hands to back with your left foot. Find a lunge here, lengthen through your spine, lift the chest. Press the left heel back. Plant your hands and step to a plank pose. Tap the knees to the ground and lower all the way down to the mat. Point the elbows back, draw the shoulders back behind you, and then inhale, lift the chest for a baby cobra pose. Exhale, lower the chest back down. Tuck the toes and then come back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale. And then inhale, take your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it between the hands and breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring the back foot forward to meet the left. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold on the exhale. Come right back up as you inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, like that. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway, breathe in. Bend your knees, plant your hand, step back with the right foot this time. Finding your lunge on the left. Draw the chest forward, use blocks or tent the fingers. Keep the right leg active by pressing the heel back. Breathe here. Now plant your hand, step back to plank pose. This time knees or no knees or halfway to the mat. Come up to up dog, straight arms, lift the chest, and then downward facing dog as you exhale. Breathe here, draw the navel in, heels reaching down, although they don't need to touch the mat. Couple of more breaths. Now reach the right leg up and back this time. Step it forward between the hands. Find your lunge again. Breathe here. Now step the back foot forward to meet the right. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Come all the way up as you breathe in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pause here. See if you can think of something else that you are grateful for. Hold it in your mind. Keeping the eyes closed. And then go ahead and bend your knees, sink your hips, lift the arms up and over into chair pose. Keep drawing the navel in, shift the weight back to the heels. Keep the gaze slightly forward and down so the back of the neck is neutral. Couple more breaths. Squeeze the knees. And then as you exhale, fold over your legs here. Halfway up, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees. Let's come into downward facing dog. So we can skip the lowering down. As you inhale, lift the right leg up. And then as you exhale, step it forward between the hands. Spin the back heel in and the toes out at a 45-degree angle. And as you inhale, lift the arms all the way up and over into warrior one. See if you can bend through the front knee, lift the belly, and now reach the arms down by the sides and bring the palms to face forward. So externally rotating the arms here. Then as you inhale, lift the arms, straighten the right leg. Exhale, arms down by the sides, rebend the knee. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, rebend the knee, arms back down. Inhale, lift the arms, straighten the right leg. Exhale, arms down by the sides. This time, interlace your fingers behind the back. And then as you exhale, fold over the right to the right inner thigh for humble warrior. Keep active through the left leg. Couple of more breaths. And then start to make your way back up. Lift the arms up and hold the warrior. One more breath here and then exhale, hands down. Step back to plank pose. Hold it here. Now we're coming into forearm plank. So lower the right forearm and then your left. So just like plank pose, now we're on the forearms. A little bit easier on the wrists. Another variation is that you can lower the knees to the ground. So knees can be up or down. Breathe here. And now lower the knees. Point the toes behind you. And then we're coming into Sphinx pose. So keeping the forearms on the floor, draw the chest. See that you're not sinking, but press away from the ground with your elbows. Drag the hands back towards you and keep the legs active. Now take the elbows out to the side, make a little pillow with your hands and lower the head. Slide the arms back down and let's come back into downward facing dog. Now left leg up behind you. Step forward between the hands, spin the back heel, and come to Warrior One. Breathe here. Now arms down by the sides, palms face forward. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, rebend the knee, arms down by the sides. Inhale, lift the arms, straighten the leg. Exhale, arms down by the sides. Again, breathe in. Breathe out, rebend. And now interlace your fingers, lift the chest. Exhale, fold for humble warrior. Keep the legs active and breathe here. One more breath. And then as you inhale, lift the arms back up, come right up. Hold the warrior. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to your plank pose. Downward facing dog as you exhale. And now start to walk your feet back to the top of the mat, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come right up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause here. Now come back to your chair pose, bend the knees, sink your hips. Squeeze the thighs. And now we'll take a twist, take your hands to the heart. And twist over to the right. So bring the left upper arm to the right outer knee. And here in the twist, you can keep the gaze down or you can gaze to the side, whatever feels better on your neck. Come back to center, inhale, hands to the heart here. And then we'll twist over to the left as you exhale. Sink in the hips. Again, see what's better on the neck, either gaze down or gaze to the side. And make your way back to center. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway up, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. And this time, reach the right leg up. Step it between the hands. Get light through your fingers and strong through the legs. We're coming up into high crescent lunge this time. It's kind of like your warrior one, but the back heel is up this time. So now we got to work on the balance. See if you can lift the belly. Keep the back heel lifted. And now reach your arms forward in front of you. Wrap the right arm over your left arm, giving yourself a nice big hug here. Gaze forward. Couple more breaths. And breathe here. And now reach your arms back, up and over. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to plank pose. And then downward facing dog. Take a breath. And now left leg up and back behind you. Step it up to meet your hands. Get strong through the legs, light through the fingers, and then come up to your high lunge. Both arms reach up. See if you can lift the belly, back heel nice and lifted, giving you more and more balance. And now reach your arms forward. Wrap the left arm over the right. Give yourself another big hug. Couple of more breaths here. And then lift the arms back up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to plank pose. Breathe in. And then from here, spin to the outer edge of the right foot. Stack the left on top of the right. And then take the left arm up into a side plank. Keep the legs very active. Yeah, it's okay if you wobble. Just come back into it. Couple more breaths. And then lower your left hand back down. Tap the knees, lower all the way down to the mat. Come back into Sphinx pose, lower the forearms. Spread the fingers, lift the chest, keep the legs active. Lift the belly. It's a nice stretch for your belly. Take the elbows out to the side and lower the head. Slide the hands back, tuck the toes, and then come back to downward facing dog. One more breath. And now tap the knees, sit back on the heels into child's pose. Rest the head, reach the arms either forward or back by the sides, whatever feels best for you. And now come right back up, lift the torso, and then come back to downward facing dog. Come to plank pose. Shift the outer edge of your left foot, and then stack the right on top of the left, coming into side plank on the left side. Press away from the ground with the left hand. Reach up with the right. One more breath. Lower the right hand back down. And now tap the knees, lower all the way down to the mat. This time zip your legs together, reach the arms back by the sides, bring the palms to face down. As you inhale, lift everything off the ground. Lift the chest, the legs, the arms. Draw the shoulders back. Lift from the inner seams of your legs. Lower the head. Lower one cheek to the mat. And then we'll do this again here. So go ahead, and when you're ready, lift everything off the ground. And then release, turn the opposite cheek to the mat. And breathe here, letting the spine be neutral. And now take your hands under your shoulders, tuck the toes. Let's press back into child's pose. So press the hips back, lower the head, arms forward. And then from here, slide your hands back, lift the torso up. Swing the legs around and straighten your legs in front of you so that the legs are straight. And then take your hands back behind you, tent the fingers, coming into staff pose, Dandasana. Keep the feet active, the legs active, chest lifted. Another deep breath in here. And exhale. And then from here, bend your knees. Take your hands behind the thighs, lift the feet into Navasana. You can also bring your hands behind you like you did in Dandasana. Yeah. Your arms can also be forward. Keep the legs firm and then squeeze the knees in just like you did in chair pose. And then cross your shins, lift the chest a little bit, hug the thighs in, move forward on the mat, and now lie down on the back, feet flat on the mat. Cross the right ankle to the left knee, come to a figure four shape. You may stay here, yeah, or you can go ahead and thread the needle by interlacing your fingers behind the left thigh. Keep the right foot nice and active here, the back of the neck long. And breathe. Few more breaths here. See if you can keep the shoulders soft. Now from here, place your left foot flat on the floor. Keep the figure 4 and twist to the left. So you'll bring the sole of the right foot flat on the ground. Place your left hand on top of the inside of the right thigh, pressing it away from you here. Reach the right arm up to the right. So you're still in that figure 4 shape. You're just in a twist here. And come back to center. Feet on the ground. Take a moment. On the other side, left ankle, right knee. Either stay here or go ahead and interlace your fingers behind the right thigh. You can also place the fingers on top of the right shin, whichever one serves you best. And breathe. Few more breaths. And now place the right foot flat on the ground. Keep the figure 4 and then twist to the right. Bring the sole of the left foot flat on the ground. Right hand on the left inner thigh. And go ahead and come back to center. Hug knees to your chest. Then reach for the outer edges of your feet. Open the knees wide into happy baby pose. You can rock from one side to the other side. Or you can stay still. You can also play around with straightening the legs. See if that feels right for you. It's all about experimenting and see what's best for you. And now take your feet wide and bring the knees together. Place your hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Begin to notice the breath, just like we did at the beginning. So if you notice any differences, but still without judging and without trying to change anything at all, you're just observing the breath. You may notice that by observing the breath comes back to wherever it needs to be. And then when you're ready, lengthen the legs, come to Savasana. Feet wide, arms wide. Palms face up. Feel free to stay here as long or as little as you wish. Namaste.